Welcome to Rhinos and Aliens.
First dates.
What do you consider a first date?
To me, a first date is me meeting someone new. Someone new. We have a phone conversation, or it can be a conversation in face to face or whatever. And then I say, "Hey, let's go out to movies and dinner." Let's just say that. I'm not going to do anything crazy, but let's say movies and dinner. If I just met you within a couple of days or whatever, and this is our first time actually being in public together,
Okay.
I should say, or spending time together. Yeah, spending time together. I would say that would be my first date.
My definition of a first date is similar, except I would make the qualification. I feel even if you've known somebody for years, a first date is whenever you and that other person make it clear that you're going out together by yourselves for the first time.
You know, that also makes sense. So I guess I can count both.
Yeah.
I can count both because I do have female friends where I knew them for a while and I said, "Hey, let's go on a date."
Yeah.
And technically that is our first date, where it's just me and her. That makes a lot of sense.
Okay, so now the follow-up is, when was the last time you went on a first date? It's been a hot minute for me.
I don't trust these hoes. So now I'm saying I don't go on dates no more. Either you sucking dick. No, I'm just playing. Let me not say that.
I'm keeping that.
So either you sucking dick or
You going home.
you going home. Nah, truthfully, I don't go on dates that often. Truthfully. But I'm not opposed to it. If I really like my thing is I have to like them to go on a date. If I don't like you, I don't consider it a date.
Okay, this is a real thing though. Do you feel like a woman can take a man out on a first date?
On a first date, no.
Okay, let's be clear. We feel like women should be able to take men out
I feel
on
like they
dates.
should be able to, but in our generation, that's not going to happen.
Okay, but like
I even had this conversation with females. You know, I should have them in here so we can have this conversation. You know what? I'm going to schedule a day for a group of females to come in here so we can have this conversation.
Okay, that would be the female version. This is male version.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
But I want to have them in here also because it makes sense. It makes a lot of sense.
Well, you're the one who picked this topic, brother.
This is true. Part 2 coming soon, guys. Because I want a women perspective also. This part 2 coming soon. I'm gonna get a group of girls. It's gonna be. I'm in my head. I'm thinking 3. It's gonna be me and 3 other females. I already know who I'm
Let's
picking.
make it 2.
Let's make it 2. I already got it in my head of who I want. Truthfully, so we're it's gonna be a while. But part 2, guys. But continuing on from what you said, I do feel like females should be able to if they are interested in the guy enough.
Okay.
But
What
like
about
I
a
said,
first date?
That's what I'm saying. If
Oh,
they're
okay.
interested enough. But in our generation, it's not gonna happen because females they want the guy to do to pay everything. They want the guy to have the idea, all of this in the first date.
Let's be clear though. I feel like online there's a lot of women who say they're all about splitting the bill, if not fully paying the bill. Yet in person in Buffalo, I have never experienced that.
I have. But it took us a while to get there.
Quick question though. Were you as interested in her as she was in you?
Maybe. Probably, I would say, I actually had females who paid the whole date. I kind of felt like a broke guy at that time. I felt like it. I mean, of course, she knew I had money to take care of both of us, but it was just, she just wanted to be nice. And I was like, I'm not going to say no.
As you shouldn't.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, you do feel shitty. Because you do sit there and be like, damn, she paid for everything. And it's like as a guy who's supposed to be like the provider and all this shit, it does make you feel shitty.
Personally, I would only feel shitty if it consistently happened with the same person.
Like if she's just paying for everything every time.
Yeah, let's say we went on 3-4 dates and she paid for it every single time. Unless we're
But that also shows she really likes you. If she wants to do that, if she naturally does that, I feel like it's because she likes you.
I completely understand, but that's already starting the relationship
Off. Bad.
Yeah, unbalanced.
Definitely.
Unless it's a payment to where you're giving her good dick, and she just
I did used to go through that. I was just giving females dick, and then like they would do a lot of shit for me. But I also had to come to the conclusion that is fucked up.
how is that fucked up when women do the complete opposite?
Because
all
when
the
they
time?
realize they're just taking dick and they're just paying for everything, it comes back at you.
Well, now they know how we feel.
This is true. That is true. Guys, I'm not a shit person. I'm not gonna lie, but I know how to take care of a woman if I need be.
No, bros. Honestly speaking, how many women do you know take advantage of men because they know the man is going to take them out on a date and they don't even give it up?
99%.
Yeah.
That 1% is very hard to find, especially in Buffalo.
And then those women that do give something in return, they're normally only giving it because of courtesy that they went on the date.
Yeah, that is true.
As a famous artist once said in a song.
This is true.
What do you think is the ideal or your perfect first date?
Ooh, an ideal first date. Of course, it's classical movies and dinner, but it's the conversation that you have during the first date.
Do you go to dinner before or after the movies?
Me, I usually do dinner after.
Same here. So you have something. Worst case scenario, you have
You have
something
to talk about.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, I definitely do dinner after movies.
That should be
movies,
101.
Yeah, movies, then dinner, and then during the dinner, you can either talk about the movie or you can talk about trying to get to know each other.
Well, hopefully, if it's a mutual interest, the movie will be the first thing you talk about.
Yeah, definitely. Even if it's a bad movie, you can still say shit about
but
it.
that leads into everything else.
Right. So I would definitely, me is definitely the conversation you have during the first date. It's a hit and miss thing. This first conversation could go well, but if it doesn't, best believe I'm not talking to you after this. Bitch, you getting blocked.
The only thing I'm trying to say, no matter what, in a perfect world,
I mean, gold diggers.
I wish a first date could be anywhere and it was all about making sure you guys are at least interested in getting to know each other more. To where the second and third date, okay, let's spend money on each other.
Yeah.
You know, a woman not necessarily gets around, but she's known for a certain skill. Most men, I'm not saying you, but most men will obviously not act like they know anything about that. When deep down,
They probably do. Or most likely do. Yep.
and that's the whole reason of the date.
You got me.
I don't like it, bro, but
It happens.
you know how dirtbags
I
are.
do know females that did that, though. Not going to lie. I do. Is it the first day if you have sex with them?
Yeah. I feel like if you can have sex without ever going on a date, then you obviously can have sex on a
Or
first
what
date.
if you don't go on a date the second time? Like, wouldn't that just be a one-night stand?
So you're saying, for me, a one night stand is just whenever you have sex. Like, when I think about one night stand, I think more so the club or the bar. But you could have two things in one. That could be a first date and a one night stand.
It could. It really... I had to think about it. Because, like, what if you invited her to the club, she came to the club, y'all chilled, and then you took her home and had sex with her, Oh, but that means you won't talk to her again.
Yeah, but how is that any different from the females who they use a guy just so they can have an expensive dinner, and for whatever reason their mindset is I'm going to fuck him as payment, and then they never talk to him again.
That is true also. Females ain't shit. That's all I'm getting out of this.
Yo, but it's vice versa. Guys do the same thing. They wine and dine a female, act like they're interested just so they can fuck on the first date, and then they never hit them up again.
Yeah, that might be true.
You know that's true.
It is true.
Niggas ain't shit either. If you want to subscribe, just hit this bad boy up here, that big fat rhino. If you want the newest video, to the right. If you want the recommended, to the left. And then, of course, our personal dick pic. Yep, right below. So thank you for joining us once again, and we hope to see you next week. So peace out.
Peace.